Hello and welcome back. This is another supplemental recording, integrity recording for another aspect of the rules that I want to make sure that you are well aware of. And what I'm talking about specifically is Rule 13. Okay, Rule 13. There's a couple of nuances about that: direct and indirect free kicks. So let's chat about a couple of those nuances. Now, it's a very short rule, okay, no problems there, I understand that. But what I'd like to do is go ahead and make sure that you get an opportunity to see a couple of things about this particular rule as it applies to the game. For example, we already know that when the ball is last touched by a team and it rolls over the touch line, completely over the touch line, that a throw-in is awarded to the opposite team. The opponents, okay, from the spot where that ball theoretically went over the line. Likewise, another free kick situation, another to put the ball in play situation goes something like this. If the attacking team puts the ball over the goal line, we start with a goal kick. Goal kick is going to be placed here. You're going to hear more about that in subsequent rules. Or if in fact it was the defending team that put the ball over the goal line, then we have a corner kick. You'll see all this stuff in a little bit. Direct free kick fouls, though, are somewhat different. If we have a direct free kick foul that occurs within the 18 or the 6, well, needless to say, within the 18, not including the D, just the 18, then we have a penalty kick. You'll read more about that in the next rule. However, there's a couple of pieces to the direct free kick that you need to be aware of. Let's go ahead and do some of that now. If in fact we have a spot here that is, let's make sure we've got something going on here. You gonna work for me today? All right. If we have a direct free kick foul right here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure, and you've heard me talk about this, get people, the defense, to make their wall, and that's going to be the 10-yard distance. Once again, I have encouraged you to go ahead and make sure that you know what 10 yards is. You can mark that off and be able to do that very, very quickly. Extremely important, okay? The other thing that we're going to want to make sure that you know is that if in fact you call a foul for a direct free kick to, say for example, the attacking team going in, okay, what I want you to do is, believe it or not, I want you to be very specific about location, where the ball is to be placed. In addition to that, I want to make sure that the ball is stopped. It is not moving before it is kicked. But then I definitely need for you to get out of the way. Why? I mentioned it earlier. These kicks can be taken without a second whistle from you, unless, of course, the opposition or whoever is setting this up asks for 10 yards. If, in fact, the kicker asks the referee for 10 yards, they want to make sure that that wall is the prerequisite distance of 10 yards away. And to restart this, as a referee, you are going to have to provide a whistle. Okay? But if not, get out of the way, because that team may or may not want to take a quick kick is what we call it. Okay? Now, let's say, for example, the defense is awarded a direct free kick foul from this location here on my screen. And let's say, for example, the opposing team has some attackers in this direction here that are getting to receive the ball. The defender decides, for whatever reason, to kick this ball back to the keeper, who then theoretically could punt it in this direction to avoid the attackers getting ready to receive the kick. But for whatever reason, this keeper falls, the ball goes into the goal. How do we restart? There is no goal in this particular case. And since it was the defending team that last touched the ball before it went over the goal line, okay, in this particular case, we'll start with a corner kick. Get these facts right, get these situations squared away, understand what you're dealing with, and look for some of these kinds of scenarios on the quiz, okay? Could, however, if the defending team was capable, could this defender put the ball in the net and score? Absolutely. Okay, but they can't score on themselves. All right? Just a couple pieces here about rule number 13 that you need to become very aware of. We're going to talk a little bit more about a very interesting nuance with the indirect free kick here in just a moment.